Sip Rumataji, Sip Vinita, Sip Bliko. I think today is your request subject. I think Bliko. The topic is, I think, requested by you. Sip Bliss, Sip Yogini, Sip Ansul, Sip Atmatrai, Sip Nichani, Sip Rekha, Sip Chidanand, Sip Krishan, Sip Girish, Sip Rutanu, and I am trying to see the others. Sip Nagaraj. We have more people joining the call, but we will continue on the requested topic by Bliko. The topic for today. What is the biggest ignorance we carry? Today's topic, what is the biggest ignorance that we carry? And Bliko, you'll unmute, right? So just because you saw some people bombarding the call, so those who putting your hand up, we're unmuting you. So I hope you appreciate the system. So people can't interrupt and you find people cooking and people making noises. So that will not happen. So Bliko, you can unmute because Bliko is the master of the call today. And Rumataji and Samatma, had you already unmuted? So Samatma first and then Rumataji. We are unmuting you all one by one so that you can ask your question. Done? Samatma, how do I unmute? So Samatma, please unmute and speak. Samatma, unmute and speak. You have to unmute, Samatma. You have to press the unmute button. On your screen, unmute is come. Press unmute and speak.
I have done it.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Yeah.
Now I can hear you.
The biggest ignorance is I am I.
I am I.
Because I think I am I, everything starts from there.
Beautiful. What a Bliko, don't you think she has hit a jackpot like straight like Teer has gone and hit on the, she's not talking about so many other ignorance. Oh, that's so much khali haath aaya, khali haath gaya, maut sabko aani hai. So many things Samatma has left and she is talking of one important subject. Okay. So anything more you want to add?
No.
So I hope it will take a few seconds for us to get used to it. Rumataji, you have to unmute and speak. Aapke screen pe button aayega, unmute and speak.
Thank you.
Rumataji, unmute and speak. Touch the screen unmute button and speak.
I have done it.
Yes. Now we can hear you.
Pranam Guruji. Pranam Shivam.
Shivam
Guruji, the biggest ignorance I think is when we live as a body, not as soul. And secondly, when we leave the hand of the God. Because then we are immersed in sansar.
तो आपने 1, 2, 3 कह रही हैं. So when you tell 1, 2, 3, the biggest नहीं आता है ना. If I tell you who is your oldest daughter, you cannot say Ina, Meena, Dika. तो oldest कैसे हुआ? Rumata ji कैसे है ऐसा? आपने मुझे उलझन में डाल दिया.
Biggest is when we live as body.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, मैं आपको कभी-कभी मैं आपको टीज करता हूँ, आपको बुरा तो नहीं लगता ना?
नहीं करना चाहिए. करना चाहिए. बेटा नहीं करेगा तो कौन करेगा?
Ashok Nichani, are you unmuted? You are okay. Ashok, please unmute. Don't press it one time and speak. Speak. Shivam.
The biggest ignorance is what I agree with Samatma's first answer. Even I had that in mind. Second,
what is it? What is that? No, what is that ignorance that you have in mind?
That I think I am Ashok. The Ashok is only my name. I am not this body and mind. I am the soul. I am Sip.
So abhi आप देखिए. So what is the biggest ignorance? The biggest ignorance is I am not I, or I am soul, I am Sip. अभी आप Rumata ji जैसे बोल रहे हैं.
Sir, the biggest ignorance is what I think I am. I am not actually. I am not this. I am that.
Okay. So you are saying the biggest ignorance is I think I am this when I am that. आपने आपने वो चॉकलेट वो आइसक्रीम शॉप में बोलते हैं डबल स्कूप चॉकलेट एक स्कूप वनीला एक स्कूप आपने डबल स्कूप में आपने दो फ्लेवर डाल दिए अशोक जी
Two more points, sir ji. Two more points.
बोलिए.
The biggest ignorance, what we think that God is very far away, whereas He is very close to us. That is our ignorance. We can't see Him.
Today only I was preparing that song. दूर नहीं वो प्रभु तो पास ही है आत्मा ही परमात्मा है रे दूर नहीं वो पास ही है. Okay, good. Thank you, Ashok.
People think that God is very far away and it's very difficult.
But you all have made the discussion thoda interesting. Abhi we have
and
to.
The third point, sir, the world is mithya. We think it is real.
तो अशोक निचानी मैंने मारू माता जी को कहा, which is the biggest ignorance? Tell me the biggest.
Biggest. That is.
You are telling so many. How do I understand, Ashok Nichani?
First, we think that I am this body and mind.
Okay, we have got good answers on the table. Let us see. Bliko, are you unmute? Bliko, speak. Yes, sure.
Shivoham.
Shivoham.
Shivoham, everybody. So there are many ignorance, as we know in the discussion also. Many ignorance, but the root of the all ignorance is what I also wrote and Samatma said, I am this. That is a wrong identity. It starts from that root and the whole tree will grow up. So the biggest ignorance is I am this. What I believe is a wrong identity of myself and separate from everybody else. So that is the biggest ignorance, is our identity, wrong identity.
Okay, our biggest ignorance, Bliko has said, is thinking I am. So what I want, so each of you, when this discussion comes to an end, we need to have clarity of one simple, see the ignorance are many, but even in this subject that all of you are stuck on, I am not this, I am that, I am soul, I am sip. It's a different ignorances. There are A, B, C, D category in this. So let us see. Who's going next? Ashok Chotwani.
Shivam, sir.
Shivam, sir.
Sir, the biggest ignorance we carry is thinking that this world is real. This world is real, sir.
See, Ashok Chotwani has come with a new ignorance. Ashok Chotwani says the biggest ignorance is thinking this world is real, but this world is not real. Ashok Chotwani, is that the biggest ignorance, Ashok Chotwani? Sabse bada?
Yeah. As per my opinion, sir. Yeah.
Thank you, Yogini. Oh, you already been unmuted. Please speak. Yeah, please speak. Shiva.
According to me, I think it is I square. That is, first I is that ignorance of being ignorant.
Okay.
That I am this, not that. And second is I, me, and mine.
I like this. I'm not saying it may be the right answer, but I like what Yogini says. Our biggest ignorance, what she says, is that we are ignorant of our ignorance. I never thought of it. What a beautiful answer. It has given a new perspective. And I think I love the answer. I don't know whether that is going to be the right answer or not, because everybody else has gone towards that. Bliko, you like the answer, Bliko? Our biggest, what a beautiful answer. What a beautiful consciousness answer. That I think, honestly, I never thought of this as the answer. But Yogini seems to be speaking in divine consciousness. I love the answer. Samatma, you like the answer, Samatma? The biggest ignorance, she says, is we are ignorant of our ignorance. Honestly, I never thought of it. I never thought of it. So let us see now. We have got Master Chidanand. Let us see what then Girish, then Lalit. Chalo, Chidanand, let Chidanand start. Girish, Girish is next to the line. Girish, and then Chidanand will come. Girish.
मैं और भगवान अलग है.
वाह वाह. राजेश शायर नहीं है क्या? नहीं तो शायरी would have given one shair on this. Girish says the biggest ignorance is I am separate or different from God. Beautiful. I really don't know, Bliko, I'm sorry, but I don't know what is the biggest ignorance, Bliko. So we will discover together in the next 10-15 minutes. I don't know the answer. Lalit Kumar, Lalit, बताइए.
जी शिवोहम.
Sure.
मेरे ख्याल से सबसे बड़ा अज्ञान ये है, the biggest ignorance is that God stays or lives only in temple or in idol. Keep searching him over there, and then that is the biggest ignorance.
That is a big, huge problem. Huge problem. What Lalit is saying, it is one of the world's largest ignorant subjects, no doubt about it. You had some pending subject, Lalit. If you have, before end of the discussion, if you'd like to ask the question, you can.
That I think we will discuss on personal level,
okay,
because
okay. No, you can, no problem. Okay, thank you.
We do meet personally, right? So
yeah, definitely. Rekha Parwani, unmute please. Yeah, speak.
Shivoham hai.
Shivoham.
Our biggest
I'm sorry. No, you're gone. You're muted. So you should be careful not to touch the button. Unmute, please. Unmute and speak. Yeah, speak.
We think that we have the knowledge of, we know everything. And we don't have the realization. We think we have.
Beautiful. This is like another side of Yoginis coin. I think they both must have had Pani Puri chat together today. And so they seem to have got. One is saying, our biggest ignorance, she said, Naile pe Daila it's called. One said, our biggest ignorance is, we are ignorant of our ignorance. And the other is saying, our biggest ignorance is we think we know everything. There's no ignorance. I'm a Gyani. Everybody thinks I know everything. Somebody told a person next to me, I was talking, they said, you go to the AiR Zoom call and ask questions. Immediately he said, why I should go for Zoom call? I know all the answers. So, okay, you know all the answers, then you don't need to go on the Zoom call. Okay, good, Rekha. Next question is from?
Next is Vijay Kumar. I can't see him.
Vijay Kumar, please unmute. Are you unmuted? Vijay Kumar, please unmute and ask your question. Anji, please ask.
Namaskar, sir.
Namaskar.
The biggest ignorance is, as far as myself is, I'm in the natural path. I don't have any ignorance because I am flowing. I am not swimming. The biggest ignorance is the so-called masters, spiritual masters on the earth. They think that I'm a realized one, I'm an enlightened one, but they again and again commit a mistake like a layman. That is the the biggest ignorance on the earth.
Good point. Good point.
When a person is in natural path, nature takes care. The lay people. But there are so many realized.
Oh, he's gone. Chidanand, biggest ignorance. And then Krishan after Chidanand. Yes, sir.
Shivam Guruji.
Sure.
The biggest ignorance is basically God only is, everything is not. Neti Neti Tattvamasi. Not knowing this is the biggest ignorance.
So Chidanand goes by the classic answer. Jagat Mithya, Prabhu Satya. This not knowing this, that Prabhu to hai har jagah, har shay mein wo hai, not realizing that everything is God is the biggest ignorance. Now, I really don't know. We got so many ignorances. How to classify the biggest? I'm confused. I am so confused. Krishan, aap kya bolte hai, Krishan? Chidanand, all of you, Bliko, you are the master of the session. You have to choose now, Bliko. I don't know. You have to put all down and you have to choose. Krishan, bataiye.
Shivam sir,
Shivam.
99% people are not realizing that they are sick. This is the biggest ignorance, and they are stuck in Maya.
Beautiful. Beautiful answer. I like the answer. He says the biggest ignorance is people don't know I am sick. We have everything else on our lip, and therefore we slip. There is no grip of sip. Krishna says we are all in Maya. Beautiful. Krishna, I love your answer. And this started with Samatma's answer. Samatma, you also said similar, no? Or you said something different? You said the other side of the coin. I am not I, and then somebody came and brought this reverse part of it. So there are two major part A and part B. Bliko, you have to give the answer, Bliko. There are two major subjects. One is I am not I am safe. That aspect of ignorance. Another ignorance that Yogini Rekha said, we are ignorant of our ignorance, and we are ignorant. We are thinking that we are fully Gyani and we know everything. That is another. There are two different pathways, which I am not sure which is the right, which is the biggest ignorance. I think I am ignorant. I don't know which is the right, which is the highest. Atmatrai, let us see. You unmute Atmatrai. I hope you are not having problem in unmuting. We are this is a controlling mechanism that people cannot disturb the call. Atmatrai.
Okay. Sir, God's grace is always available. But we don't know. That's why we are praying and asking for His grace. But He's already living with us.
प्रभु की कृपा हमेशा है. हम सोचते नहीं है. Correct, Atmatrai?
Yes.
Atmatrai saying Prabhu is with us all the time. प्रभु साथ है, प्रभु पास है, कण कण में है. प्रभु तो साथ है, फिर भी हम बोलते हैं प्रभु 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 प्रभु. This is our ignorance. It is like that lady who is wearing that. वो क्या बोलते हैं जो घाघरा में वो चाबी टांगते, क्या बोलते हैं उसको? घाघरा में जो चाबी टांगते हैं. She is putting the chabi in a घाघरा, and she's running around the whole house. It happens in some families, and she's searching and searching and searching, and she's saying, "वो चाबी किधर गया? चाबी किधर गया?" Just like this carpenter, वो carpenter को याद है आपको? वो carpenter क्या करता है? वो पेंसिल एक कान के पीछे डालता है, पेंसिल. And वो पूरा घर में घूमता रहता है. वो पेंसिल गुम हो गया, पेंसिल गुम हो गया, पेंसिल. Then the wife will remove the pencil from behind the ear and give to him.
Like ऐसे ऐनक ऐसे ऊपर रखते हैं कोई लोग, भूल जाते हैं. ऐनक है ना, स्पेक्ट ऊपर रखकर भूल जाते हैं.
ऐनक किधर है? Sip wants to say something, Kaumudi, and then Hemalata. Yes, Sip, I think you want to make a comment on that Ghagra, I think. Wait, unmute. You have to unmute. Sip, you have to unmute and then speak. No, unmute. Please unmute and speak.
Okay, now I am unmute. So it is called the chabi ka guchha or the lacha?
Lacha. Chabi ka
guchha.
Chabi ka guchha. Chabi ka lacha. I'm very bad in pronouncing this guchha.
Yeah, and in Gujarati they say कि काखमा छोकरू ने गाममा गोते, means बच्चे को इधर गोद में ऐसे साइड पे लेते हैं ना, ऐसा बच्चे को पकड़ते हैं और फिर वो ढूंढ रही है गांव में कि मेरा बच्चा किधर गया. काखमा छोकरू ने गाममा गोते.
Okay, thank you, Kaumudi. I had some fun to the talk. Hemalata, please unmute and then speak, Hemalata. Yes, please speak.
Yeah, I think that when people think that they'll follow certain religious rituals like Subhe diya kiya, Sham ko diya kiya, we say mantras, means any religious rituals, and you will be able to achieve God. I believe that humanity is the biggest service. So this is one ignorance which many people follow.
Very practical. Hemalata, what you brought about is a very practical problem. People are, I know somebody and I told the boy, तुम क्या problem है तुम्हारा? नहीं, मेरे घर में पूरा tension है. Today I heard one guru was telling one speech. He's saying पहले life में थोड़ा tension था, अभी tension में थोड़ा life है. So people say kya dialogue marte. So now there is so much tension, so much life mein thoda tension hai, big tension mein thoda life hai. So I said, no, you are following some new guru, tension mein thoda life hai. To kya karna hai? He said, new guru is telling me, break all my doors and break all my windows because my vastu is wrong. So Hemlata, they are breaking all the doors and the windows because by changing the doors and the windows, then all the problem will be solved. I can't understand how the problem will be solved when you break all the doors and windows. How it will be solved, I don't know. But people believe. And the problem is when you believe, then you are caught. You're caught in thought. And Hemalata, this is the ignorance you're talking about. Very good, Hemalata. We have got the next Lalit. Lalit, unmute and speak. And after Lalit, you can unmute Ashok Nichani. Yes.
You asked one question that now we have so many ignorances and how to decide the biggest ignorance.
Correct.
For me, the criteria should be that which is the biggest hurdle in achieving the goal of the life, which is the mukti, nirvana. Nirvana mein, panik mein, to get liberation, which is the biggest hurdle. And even if somebody has crossed that line, that I am not I am, but still the search, if it remains only in the temples and religious places and those log char dham ki yatra karte hain, they visit this place, that place, and keep searching. These are the people who are on the path of liberation. They want to search the God, but they are searching at the wrong place. So the criteria should be which is the biggest hurdle in realization of the God.
Okay, so we will, Lalit Kumar, you have got a very beautiful suggestion. Isko ek discussion karenge. What is the biggest hurdle in realizing God? I'm going to put that as a discussion point of view. Ashok Nichani, thank you. Unmuted Ashok Nichani. Bolo Ashok.
Shom Sarji.
Yes.
Our another biggest ignorance is we don't see SIP in everyone. We don't accept, we don't think we are also SIP. We are Shiva. No, 99% of the people don't know that they are Shiva.
According to me, Ashok, honestly, that was the answer I had in my mind. When I started this call, Samatma brought the subject to the table. Samatma, you remember what you told Samatma? Unmute Samatma. What was the first answer you gave? Samatma, unmute yourself, please.
I said the biggest ignorance is when we think I am I.
Good. So, Samatma, the moment you think I am I, immediately it means you are ignorant that you are sick. Both mean the same thing.
Yes.
Both mean the same thing. So then the next 2-3 people brought this. I know Ashok Nichani also saying this. To me, honestly, Bliko, I don't know, you're the master today. I started this discussion with this. Of course, no doubt we are ignorant of our ignorance. I love Yogini's answer. And I love Rekha Parwani's answer, who said that, we know everything. But I think the biggest, all of you, I think majority of you, including Chotwani, Bliko, Samatma, Girish, Ashok Nichani, I think Chidanand, many of you, I don't know, Chidanand didn't speak today. So many of you spoke on this point. And I, in my head, when this session opened, I believe the biggest ignorance is, "Arey, hum Prabhu ko dhoond rahe." I mean, Lalit also told the same thing. Hum Prabhu ko mandir mein dhoond rahe. Arey, Prabhu mandir mein nahi, Prabhu andar hai. We are going Char Dham Yatra. We are doing this. We are doing rituals. I think even Sip Kaumudi said. Many of you have said this point. The biggest ignorance, and what Lalit also said, it holds us back from liberation, nirvana, moksha, which we'll take separately. Our biggest ignorance is this: you are God. You are God and you are searching for God. No, I don't know what will be the answer at the end of the discussion. Rajinder ji, आप unmute करके बताइए.
Shivam sir.
Shivam sir.
So, I endorse everything what has been discussed here. I have one more point, that every one of us know that we are going to die one day. Okay, sir? So, and we have limited time here, will you? And instead of using this limited time in finding the God within us, we just remain busy in the material or the Maya world as immortals.
Arey wah. Kya answer hai? Today I am just floored by your answers. क्या आप लोग ने कुछ शराब वराब पी के आए क्या आज आप लोग? क्या आप लोग आप ऐसा नशा में आप लोग मुझे मेरा तो सिक्सर मार दिया आप लोग ने. Today you have given such answers. I am bowled over by your answers. कि क्या राजेंद्र जी, what a beautiful, he says, अरे क्या पागल है तुम प्रभु को पाना है और तुम यहाँ वहां जाना है, मार्केट जा रहे हैं, यहाँ जा रहे हैं, वहां जा रहे हैं, ये कर रहा है, वो कर रहा है, अपना बेफजूल बातों में लाइफ वेस्ट कर रहा है. व्हाट बिगर इग्नोरेंस कैन.
सामान 100 बरस का पल भर की खबर नहीं. सामान 100 बरस का पल भर की खबर नहीं.
आप भी शायर बन गए क्या? राजेश नहीं तो आप राजेश की जगह ले लिए. सामान 100 बरस का पल भर की
खबर नहीं.
पल भर की खबर नहीं. सामान 100 बरस का पल भर की खबर. We are collecting saman for 100 years, according to me. When we are not sure we are going to be alive for one day. And there is no guarantee.
Moment.
Beautiful, sir. Beautiful. Raghavendra ji, unmute and speak.
Hi, sir. How are you? It's been
Very well,
long
sir.
talking to you.
Yes, good to have you back. Tell me, sir.
I don't know what is going on, sir. Sorry to interrupt. I joined in the middle, actually.
Okay.
Daily I'm
So
trying
we are
to
talking.
join, but by the time I come home, it would be 8:20, 8:25. And 2 times I tried to join, but I remained in the waiting room and the session was over also.
Maybe
Luckily, I was in today.
No,
I'm
if
in
your
today.
name is right on the Zoom, you will be allowed in immediately. Sometimes we got fake names in the Zoom, so we don't allow those people.
Yes.
In the Zoom.
Maybe.
So please put a right name like today, and you will be allowed. And 8:20 is good enough. Join 8:20 to 8:40 every day. Please join us, sir. Continue paying attention. Vijay Kumar.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Vijay Kumar, unmute and speak. Yes, sir.
Sir, you did not answer, sir. Did you hear it or not, sir?
Of course we heard. How can we not hear, sir? You told these gurus are talking so many things, but they themselves are not following that. That's all you told.
Why that Maya you cover to the so-called masters in the world, sir?
But that is because they are not masters, no, sir. When the master must first practice what they preach. Okay, let me tell a story. Can I tell you one story?
Tell, sir.
Listen, everybody, very interesting story. Bliko, with your permission, I'm giving one story. So, somebody went to a master. Vijay Kumar, for you, I'm telling.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm here.
Somebody went to the master and told the master, my son is very devoted to you, but my son has a big problem. My son is eating too much sweets. They told the master, my son is eating too much sweets. You please tell my son, stop eating sweets. Doctor has told it's dangerous. Please tell my son, stop eating sweets. You know what the master told? The master told, Chidana, have you heard the story?
The story from Ramakrishna Paramhamsa.
What happened? You know the story?
Yes, sir. Story that Ramakrishna Paramhamsa ji, he stopped eating jaggery. Then he recommended that mother don't.
So let me tell the people who don't know the story. Let me complete since you said.
Okay.
Rajendra ji, kya hua? That guru told you come back after 3 weeks. So the mother got very irritated. I'm asking, just tell my son don't eat sweet. You are saying come after 3 weeks. Then after 3 weeks, she came back and she told master, 3 weeks over, now tell my son not to eat sweets. He will follow you. The master said, come back after 4 weeks. The lady said, what a mad master this is. Just like Vijay Kumar is telling, many mad masters are there. Then finally, when she came back after 4 weeks, she told, Guru, you remember, you have to tell my son not to eat sweets. The Guru called the boy and said, my dear son, don't eat sweets. Girish, you heard this? My dear son, don't eat sweets because it's bad for your health. So now the son said, okay, master, I will not eat sweets. Chapter closed. The child went outside. The lady told, hello, Mr. Master. Why you took 7 weeks to tell my child not to eat sweet? What the kind of master you are? Then the master said, I cannot tell your son not to eat sweet till I can stop eating sweet because I also have sweet tooth. I cannot stop eating sweet. I'm very fair. So in 3 weeks, I thought I will stop eating sweet. In 3 weeks, I could not stop. I failed. You came back. I could not stop eating. How can I tell your son to stop eating? So I took another 4 weeks. In another 4 weeks, I stopped eating sweet. Then I told your son to stop eating sweets. Look at Vijay Kumar. You know the story. समझे
Sir.
राजेंद्र ने समझे स्टोरी क्या बोल रहा हूँ
Sir,
मैं?
how was your consciousness when you erected that huge Shiva temple in Bangalore, sir? Because I was so young at that time, I thought, who is this man? He made this huge Shiva temple amidst so many huge in this city. Such a ignorant man, this fellow. Why we need this huge Shiva? Shiva
You
is
are
inside everyone. He
correct.
is a
You are absolutely right,
consciousness,
sir. You are
that
absolutely
I
right.
thought, sir,
You
when I
were
was 20 years old.
you were Gyani at that time. I was ignorant. What to do, sir? When I was ignorant, I did. What can I do, sir? You were Gyani that time. Why did you not come and tell me, sir, that time? You should have come and told me now. Why you did not come and tell me, sir? So much money and time you would have saved. Why did not come and tell me, sir? Okay, Tanuj, thank you, Vijay Kumar. Thank you for your beautiful, amusing questions. Tanuj Chopra, your question. Ruth Anu, वो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर आपको तनु चोपड़ा बोल दिया तो मैंने बोल. Yes, Ruth Anu, बोलो.
Shivoham Guruji.
Shivoham Ruth Anu. बोलो.
Guruji, our biggest ignorance is that we forget that we have come alone in this world and we will go alone in this world.
अरे वाह, we cling to people. We think that we are clinging to somebody and they will be in our godi all the time. Tomorrow the godi will be gone. Then what will you do? This is one of the biggest ignorance that causes suffering. We cling to people. Ruth Anu's beautiful point. Ruth Anu says the biggest ignorance is we come alone and we go alone. We should be detached. अरे हमने तो एक किताब लिखा. Ruth Anu, have you read the book? The law of detached law. What? The way to detached attachment. There's a book. What is it called? Unmute Aero, she will tell. Unmute yourself. No.
The 10 Commandments.
The 10 Commandments, I forgot the name. The 10 Commandments of detached attachment. So we have to live. Let me tell you one thing. Since we have got 2-3 minutes, my dear friends, I have learned a secret to peace. We can love somebody, but we should not be attached. Because the moment we are attached, we are signing our own misery bond. We are signing because then all the time you have expectations. All the time you are attached and you become unhappy. For what? That's why Tanu, beautiful answer, because we are ignorant. Then I wrote another book. That book's name is called Stop It, Stupid. It's called Stop It, Stupid. How many times, for example, you're smoking cigarette and you continue to smoke cigarette. You know it is bad. Stop it, stupid. Stop it, stupid. But you're attached to cigarette. You're attached to whiskey. You're attached to anything, any pleasure, any addiction. So this is ignorance. Chidanand, sir.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Master.
Shivam Guruji, I just wanted to repeat the same sentence. Sip only is, everything is not. Prabhu Satyam Jagat Mithya. That is the biggest ignorance. So that goes, Jivan Mukti is there.
You're joining the master idea, right? The master idea is I am not I am sip. Everybody is sip.
Yes.
Same. The
all
macro answer.
Yes.
So Chidanand is saying the biggest ignorance is this. So now we have to conclude in another 5 minutes. So Bliko, you please come and once your analysis is ready, because this is Bliko's question. I have no business to give tippani in this. I have no business to give comment on this actually. This is Bliko. When you're ready, Bliko, are you ready? Give us, you have to say what is the biggest ignorance, and then Rekha wants to play. Let's see what Rekha is asking intelligent question. Rekha, unmute and speak, Rekha. Rekha, bolo. Shivam, bolo.
What Komal told, that we are ignorance of our ignorance.
You are repeating that, huh? Okay,
Yeah.
very good. Very good. Thank you. Bhavna, unmute
Thank
Bhavna,
you.
please.
Welcome.
Bhavna Keswani.
Hello.
Hello. Bolo,
Sir,
Bhavna.
am I on?
You are
Sir,
very clear.
what ignorance are you saying again and again? I can't get you. Actually, I'm new to your sessions. What is ignorance?
Ignorance
Like people
means,
insult you, is that ignorance?
no. Ignorance means, suppose in next to your house, there is one man selling tomato for 50 rupees. But behind your house, the same tomatoes for 25 rupees. And even though you know it's available for 25 rupees, you buy for 50 rupees means what?
Sorry, you're too fast. Sorry.
If you know tomatoes available for 25 rupees behind your house, but you still buy in front of your house for 50 rupees, same tomato, that means what? You're ignorant, na? So there are many ignorance. Bhavna, what we are talking about, I'm just giving an example of ignorance. There are many ignorances. What is the biggest ignorance? So people are saying the biggest ignorance. You know you are God? You know that? Do you know? That is called avidya. Avidya, janti hai na, avidya. Ignorance is avidya. So we are trying to discuss today what is the avidya. Okay, thank good, Bhavna. Bliss, unmute Bliss, please. Yes, Bliss, please speak.
Hi, Shravan here.
Shivoham.
Everything is karma.
Wow. Wow, you see a French lady from Canada. She comes with new answer because she is in this group for many years. And she is sitting in Canada with talking French, but she knows every word of English and Hindi and Sanskrit better than you and me. She says, she says the biggest ignorance is not realizing everything is karma. Bhavna, you heard, Bhavna, everything is karma.
Yeah.
We are, what is happening? We are crying. Oh, why it happened? Why it happened? Why you're crying? Why you're crying? It's karma. Everything happened in karma. Karma, 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 karma. We don't know karma. We don't know its drama. Huh? That's why we don't attain moksha. This is a problem. Okay, good, Bliss. Rekha Parvan. Yes. Rekha, unmute, yeah.
Shivoham, AiR.
Yes.
But if you hadn't built Shiva temple,
yeah,
I wouldn't have come there. I wouldn't have the realization. I
why
wouldn't
are you
have the
reacting?
bhakti.
You are reacting to Vijay Kumar now.
No, I wouldn't have the bhakti. So we need that to start religion. And
correct. Some people like Vijay Kumar, they are blessed. They don't need Shiva statue. Directly they can pray to Shiv.
Yes.
So you and me are not like that. We are ordinary people. We have to grow step by step.
Yeah.
So we need that. Correct.
Thank you.
Thank you. So everybody is not extraordinary. Some people are like us. We are ordinary people. We have to go step by step. Bhavna.
Yes.
And
Bliko, you're next. Bliko, please be ready.
Sir, I'm not getting your knowledge. It's just too going above my head. Maybe I am not aware of the things you are telling, or maybe I'm new to this group. That is why I'm not getting things.
Correct. You are new to the group, but please, it's the most beautiful subject, more important than everything else. Please come for a few days and try to understand the subject. I'm assuring you, it will go into your head and it will give you a lot of peace. But please come for a few days.
Yeah, definitely I'll come. It is getting me attracted towards your course. That's why I'm here.
See, let me tell you. Let me tell you. See, we are ignorant of many things. Let me give you one small example. A rich man is 80 years old. 80-year-old man is a multi-millionaire. He's got billions and billions. He doesn't know how much money he has got. Still, he's greedy for more money. What he'll do, Bhavna? Tomorrow he will die. All the money will be left behind. But he's ignorant, na Bhavna. This is called ignorance. For example, one man has got cancer, he's smoking. Doctor tells him, you've got cancer, don't smoke. Then he smokes. What is the reason? He's ignorant. So ignorance is a big problem in the world. So this is one subject today, but that's not the only subject. We talk every day, we talk of a new subject. So today, Bliko will be concluding this subject. And you come every day, you will learn every day, little by little.
You mean to say ignorance, that people are not listening to their heart or their what is right for them? Is that the ignorance, or
yes?
They are
no. Okay. So people are caught by their mind. The mind is a monkey. The mind is an enemy. They are not using the intellect, the buddhi. They don't even know they have a buddhi. They don't know the difference between mind and buddhi. So there's so many. There are hundreds and hundreds of ignorance. Not one. There are hundreds. For example, when we were a child, they taught me that God lives in the skies. I realized these are lies. God doesn't live in the skies. So all these ignorance, one by one, we have to overcome. Okay. Thank you, Bhavna. Bliko, over to you, Bliko.
Shivoham. Shivam, everybody. Today I'm, actually out of my mind because everybody has given fantastic answer and no answer is wrong. And it is very confusing to summarize and tell only this is most ignorance, right? So I give it to you to conclude because I'm really surprised with these answers. All answers are amazing. Cannot say this is good, that is not good, this is up, this is down. No, everything is very, very amazing. Everybody's participation, and thank you for very much. Everybody is interested in this subject, and this is the most important, subject to get rid of ignorance. There are many ignorance, like you said, hundreds of ignorance that is stopping our progress.
Okay, so the answer I am getting is this. The answer I am getting is the root of ignorance. The root of ignorance is that we are ignorant of our ignorance. This is the very root of ignorance. And the biggest shoot and fruit, the biggest is that ignorance of I am not I am SIP. And therefore everybody is SIP. This is the biggest ignorance. But the root of this, the cause of this biggest ignorance is the fact that we are ignorant of our ignorance. Because we are ignorant of our ignorance, so Bliko, this is my answer. Because we are ignorant of our ignorance, we are ignorant that we are SIP. But it is because of our ignorance of our ignorance. Actually, isn't it funny, my dear friends? You are God. Huh? You are God and you're searching for God. You are happiness and you are searching for happiness. You are everything, but you are not realizing you are everything. You have everything, but you want more. All this is because of Maya. All this is because of Leela. So, my dear friends, like Bliko said, today everybody was in a nasha, spiritual nasha. But what Chidanand said in the spiritual terms, Jagat Mithya, Brahm Satya, Prabhu Satya. The biggest ignorance is everything is SIP. Every molecule of matter, like once Bliss taught us one day, Bliss taught us that every soul is SIP. And Bliss taught us when a man dies, the soul leaves, but the body is posimom. But the body is posimom. Every molecule of the body is SIP. Everything is SIP. But unfortunately, we let this truth slip out of our lip and we lose the grip that everything is SIP. Thank you, Bliko, for your lovely question session. And I fold my hands and bow down to all of you for your participation. See you tomorrow at 8.